Welcome back, Mr. Light. The sun's already set, huh? Spirits appear once the sun sets. First, I'd like to organize all the information we've gathered before we get going tonight. I like that idea. First things first. Mister, are you in here? A young girl in a sailor uniform enters the infirmary.
Yahoo!
Heyo, I've come to help. Goodness, you too, Moe? I told me everything. I'm an occult writer, so there's no way I'd just let this case pass me by. She's Moe Watanabe, a mark bearer and a student who attends a different school. A fan of occult things, she's also been working as an editor for an occult magazine. Our editor-in-chief's also looking forward to the Spirit Doctor's new mission. How many times have I told you, can it with that nickname? Oh, boo, don't be so mad about it. The chief and I came up with that name. Anyways, how's the department investigation going? I share the information I've gotten with the 3 mark bearers. Is Hanako Akai really Hanako of the toilet? No doubt about it in my mind. She was bullied pretty badly. Her bullying took place in the old building's restroom. She got insulted through graffiti, was made to drink milk that she hated, and then forced to wear the original Hanako's outfit. In the end, she killed herself while holding a massive amount of resentment. The ones who antagonized her were Toshihiko Izumi and his tag-along. They were both members of the brass band club. They started bullying her because Izumi didn't get selected to perform the school song on piano. Oh my god, they're the worst. And that Izumi kid was killed by Hanako last night, so she wants to get vengeance for being bullied into suicide. Probably her previous target Ribbon was involved in the bullying too. Right up to here, everything makes sense. But I don't understand why model Horikoshi is now being targeted. They were supposed to be best friends. There's a rumor that Horikoshi didn't stop the bullies despite knowing what they were doing. Something must have happened between them. Didn't the rumor also say Hanako keeps repeating the phrase, give it back? Hanako must be searching for something. Yeah, that. We still have no clue what it is. While we can summarize the case pretty easily, quite a few mysteries still linger. Should we fail to solve the mystery and cleanse her of her resentment, Horikoshi will die. Understood, thank you. Diamond finishes talking and hangs up his phone. Bad news, Light. I just asked Horikoshi's homeroom teacher to check if she made it home safely. Looks like she hasn't returned yet. What the hell? Where is she now? No way. Did she go to the old building? Why the old building? Do you have an idea, mister? Why would Horikoshi head to the old building? Suddenly I recall what Horikoshi said in the music equipment storage room. Because there's something I want to tell her. If I'm able to do that, I wouldn't mind being killed by her. That's right. If she believes the notice is telling the truth, she probably sees this as a chance to meet Hanako. Oh my goodness. In a normal situation, telling Horikoshi Hanako is targeting model would be taken as a warning. But in this case, that might have backfired. We need to hurry. Wait a minute, mister. As much as I want to investigate with you, my boss warned me to be careful since it's so dangerous. Because of that, I've decided to support you in a different way. How so? You see, Mrs. Yasuoka entrusts me with handling sacred objects. You can use these things in your investigation. Sacred objects? You know, sacred objects are items that are filled with spiritual energy. Just by having them with you, you'll have better luck. You'll be protected from all kinds of misfortune and harm. But before you can use them, you need to collect items that have spiritual power. Mrs. Yasuoka said these items are called lost souls. And where can I find them? Like, cursed places are spots that aren't spiritually stable. Spiritually unstable spots, huh? Maybe I can find somewhere around the school. This place is basically cursed by the departed, which makes it pretty spiritually unstable. Bring any lost souls here if you find them. I'll use them to charge whatever sacred objects you need. Lost souls can be found exploring the school and surroundings. Sacred objects can be obtained through the trade option. Also, lost souls have the ability to increase your spiritual state. My spiritual what? This is also something that I learned from Mrs. Yasuoka. Humans have spiritual states. Your spiritual state will grow if you come into contact with these lost souls. Miss Yasuoka said that your body might have that characteristic. Leveling up. So you could not level up in any of the previous games. That's something new here. Your maximum spirit will increase. You can check your level in the menu. Let me repeat that once again. The point is, if you collect lost souls, your spiritual state will increase and you can obtain sacred objects. Being prepared for anything that might happen during your exploration is crucial, so try to inspect as many likely areas as possible and find those lost souls. Leveling up, acquiring lost souls will help out, gather while exploring. Moe is added to the file. Being lost souls draw out the power of a sacred object. Reduce damage or gain advantages during suspensive acts. So there's 8 left. And we can get all of them. That's interesting. So we'll save here. I won't be able to use that feature. So I don't even know what the soul thing looks like. We're just gonna hop to the different rooms, see if there might be one handy. Doria really isn't here, huh? It'd be a big problem if she were. She was here last night, though. Was she patrolling the school or something? Could be. Considering how large the school is, it would be hard to find someone hiding in this place. You have a point. There's no need to stay here any longer. Let's go inspect somewhere else. No one in the faculty room. This is probably my first time seeing an empty faculty room. Really? Yes, I never really stayed at school late since I was always busy with work during high school. We used to do street performances after school. I remember getting scolded by the police a lot. I see, you've had it hard, huh? There's no need to stay here any longer. Let's go inspect somewhere else. The library is making me nervous somehow. It's so quiet. Do you not like these kinds of places? No, it makes me feel restless since I'm so used to being in noisy places. Do you feel the same when you stay at Kujo Mansion, then? It's pretty quiet there. But there's a wall clock in the mansion, right? It's like a metronome, so that helps me relax. I guess so, yeah. There's no need to stay here. So let's just poke around, try to find, a spirit or something. What's wrong, Mr. Light? You didn't hear that. The sound of a bell. No, nothing. Huh? What in the... What I sees is... something standing there. thin body, disproportionately large head, inordinate number of mouths and eyes, that grass sickle. It's the departed. Let us exchange vows, my dear husband. I've been hiding here. I've been watching you. A crackling voice booms inside my head. It feels extremely uncomfortable, like a mass of dirt is being stuffed into my skull, crushing my mind. I feel like throwing up. My consciousness is fading. Tonight is no exception. I shall watch you endure your fear and confront Hanako. The departed has disappeared. Are you alright? I doesn't respond. I simply stares blankly at the area where the departed was, looking like the empty husk of a person. Snap out of it, I. Huh? Mr. Light. I finally returns to their senses. Seriously, game? You're that lazy? Is the thing I saw just now the departed? So that's the departed. Did you hear their voice? What voice? I didn't hear anything. I see. I heard it very clearly, though. The departed was talking directly to me. What did they say? So I can forgive the they there because they could be referring to the departed as a plural. I tell I what the departed said. Let us exchange vows, my dear husband. I've been hiding here. I've been watching you. Tonight is no exception. I shall watch you endure your fear and confront Hanako. Husband? Did they mean you, Mr. Light? I think so. I don't know why, but the departed is obsessed with me. And they want me to confront Hanako tonight. But why? Despite it being dark, I can see I trembling somewhat. After encountering a spirit like that, anyone would be rattled. The departed and Hanako are in the old building, right? Most likely. I'm scared. My teeth are chattering, my body's trembling. Aren't you scared, Mr. Light? Not really. You've always been much stronger than I am. Not really. Let's get going, I nods at my words. Still looking for a spirit. From the corridor, there's a path that leads outside. Nothing. I jiggle the handle of the door leading to the old building. And just like last night, the door swings open. This door that should have been locked has been open 2 days in a row now. This can't be a coincidence. Someone must have unlocked it. And there's only one person I can think of who'd be responsible for that. The departed is luring their victims to the old building. As much as the upcoming threat makes me feel weak at the knees, this is not the time to get hesitant and apprehensive. So this is the old building. This place is so musty and muggy. Be careful, this place is a spirit's domain. Understood? Mr. Light, where should we investigate first? I'd say somewhere with strong ties to the spirit. Akai was bullied in the girls' restroom, right? If we put it that way. Yeah, let's explore the girls' restroom. We may be able to find Horikoshi if we track down Hanako, considering Horikoshi wanted us to meet her. See, I actually want to explore the music room first. Portraits of musicians are lined up on the walls. I can't really see their faces because spiderwebs are covering them up. There's an old piano here. It's much older than the one in the new building. The black mold makes that very apparent. I run my fingers over the keys. It still makes sound. It's locked. The door won't open. There's a dirty bulletin board with nothing posted on it. I see numerous dark spots that resemble mold on its four corners. Just wanted to see if there's anything in that corner there. Jump scare warning. The controller did vibrate there, but, yeah. That one was just kind of lame. We'll give him a pass since it's the first one. My face is reflected in the dirty mirror. I hate looking at a mirror in a dark place. Now, that would have been a better spot for the jump scare, I think. But then again, the mirror is an old trope, so... The urinals are dirty and riddled with mold. The rank smell assaults my nostrils. I'm well aware this is solely for the investigation, but I can't help feeling a bit embarrassed. This area is used to store tools for cleaning the toilets. I open the cupboard, but it's empty. Now that I've been looking at it so closely, I have the urge to clean it. You can come back later. Probably better to do that in the morning, too. I hear the sound of water. Where is it coming from? I would assume here, but... you can never really be sure these days. Is the sound of water coming from the toilet? Come on, reach into it. You know you want to. The sound stopped. What in the world is going on? What on earth was that? Maybe that was Izumi? Is his spirit wandering around the area or something? What is this? There's something in the water at the bottom of the toilet bowl. It looks like it's within arm's reach, but do I really have to use my bare hand? Of course not. You have eye. Still need to remember that's there. So I was hoping to do this all in one part, but it's looking like I'm going to split this up into two. I wrote the word Akai on the mirror. Cupboard's bare. It's where Izumi's corpse was. A scraping sound is coming from inside. I don't think I'm imagining things. What should we do, Mr. Light? Of course we're opening it. I find a broken mop on the floor. This definitely wasn't here last night. This mop reeks of rotten milk. Someone must have used it to clean up and didn't rinse it out afterward. That is so freaking gross, dude. Horikoshi said something about milk, right? Akai hid milk and Izumi used to force her to drink it as part of his bullying. Maybe this mop was used during one of those incidents. Do you think Akai threw up and then cleaned up the mess with the mop, maybe? That seems plausible. Even so, why is this mop here now? Izumi was killed in this restroom just last night. Is his spirit wandering and telling us to avenge him with this mop? There's just no way. I laugh at the ridiculous scenarios my mind is conjuring up. One thing's for sure. Hanako considered this mop an accursed item. That may help us in the future. Honestly, I prefer not to use this, but I may have to if I want to survive this encounter. What is this? I find a torn notebook page near the mop. So, yeah, that's May 1st. Now looked into it, and it looks like we can use the piano in the old building's music room. That'll be our meeting place from tomorrow on. The 26th. Now found a cassette player, so we listen to the school's song again. The melody's nice, but the lyrics are eh. So we both decided to make our own version. I'll compose the new melody, and now we'll handle the lyrics. June 3rd. I got chosen to perform as the piano accompaniment for the recital. All the practice at the old building paid off. Thanks, now. Looking at the content, I'm guessing this is a part of Hanako Akai's diary. If that's so, the now here must be Naomi and Horikoshi. The two of them used to sneak into the music room in the old building to hang out.
ここ ここ
So I don't know if we're able to use this mop in the other bathroom, maybe?
Yoshi.
Crap, which one was it?
Yoshi.
Seriously? So we need something like a pair of tongs, I guess. Old bulletin board with nothing posted on it. Just hope you don't focus your attention on strange places, though. Still, I believe it's important to inspect every nook and cranny. This is the front entrance of the old building. The door's locked. Nobody uses this area anymore. Shoe lockers are covered in dust. One of the shoe lockers is half open. This probably isn't used anymore. That kind of makes me curious. I open the shoe locker. Several insects come out of the locker. Can't see them very well, but their bodies are long. Are they centipedes or something? What an unpleasant jack-in-the-box. Despite my hesitation, I have to inspect it further. Use the mop, dude. I reach into the dark shoe locker. Suddenly, my fingers bump into something. I pick it up. It's an eerie tooth. I feel an eerie chill running through my palm. Could it be? Is this one of those lost souls Moe talked about? I better keep it then. Huh. So... they're all eerie teeth? Oh, that's a pain. Because I thought we were kind of getting ready for the last stand, but it looks like there may be quite a bit more left. I opened the cupboard, but there's nothing inside. It's not like I'm expecting anything, but still, I'm kind of disappointed. It's too early. As long as I'm not taking damage from that, I really don't care. It's just more than anything. Old rubber gloves. They're dirty, but there aren't any holes in them, which means they're still usable. Sure, we can continue our investigation. We're going to run a situation where we need to handle something dangerous, which means that these gloves will come in handy. I'll be taking these. True, we'll be fine if we're well prepared. So I'm going to finish exploring over here before we head back to the bathroom. That's interesting. What is this? For some reason, there's a pile of desks inside the classroom. What is going on? There must be something here. Keep your guard up, Light. Desks are stacked up to the ceiling. I'm so scared I might pass out. Just at that moment, a breeze blows from the compartment below. A cold, musty wind. Is there something there? You really did it, just as I expected you would, Light. I put my arm into the compartment and blindly flail about. My fingertips brush across something cold. Are you okay? Don't worry about it, I was just surprised. I grab the cold object and pull it out. It's an eerie tooth. I'll be honest, I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping, like, the objects would be a little varied. There's something resembling a beast beyond the window. Looking closely at it, it looks like a fox statue. Looks like the guardian fox at Inari Shrine. It's unusual to see something like this at a school.
ここ
I open the cupboard, but there's nothing inside. And you can see it's a dead end here.
Yoshi.
Putting on the gloves, I decided to stick my hand in the toilet bowl. I pick up a small item from the toilet and wipe off the grime with a handkerchief. It's an eerie tooth. So I think we've done everything we can on this floor. The door is locked, it won't open. The second floor's corridor is right ahead. It's locked, door won't open. They still haven't told us what that is exactly. My face is reflected in the dirty mirror.
Yoshi.
Mold growing along the edge. There's something on top of the toilet near the flush handle. This is a dead moth. Not one, but two. Their corpses lie on top of each other. That scared me. Why are there insects here? I don't even think they were food for anything. Such mysterious deaths. I wonder if they portend anything. I'm probably just overthinking things. One's thoughts tend to trend towards the macabre when pursued by a spirit. I see something else between the dead moths. I pick it up. It's an eerie tooth. So right there he actually introduced himself, if you didn't hear. I don't know how you look at his stats. What I'm looking at is, oh, the levels in the top left corner. So we still have some ways to go. I'll be honest, I didn't even read that. I just looked to see if there's anything different. The one number I'm watching in the top left corner is the 23, because I'm curious if the next time What's-Her-Face pops up, I'm going to lose points, because I may need to dip into the infirmary to heal. Mold on the edge of the door. There's a plunger inside that should unclog the drain. I haven't found the clogged drain yet, have I?
Yoshi.
My face is reflected in the dirty mirror. Instead of the mirror, the spot below the sink piques my curiosity. I spot a small object there with mold growing on it. What an unpleasant sight. Should I bother picking this thing up? Donning the rubber gloves I found earlier, I reach under the sink. What was that? I feel like someone hit the mirror and that strange voice earlier. Don't tell me. Was someone on the other side of the mirror? I wait for a while, keeping my guard up, however nothing happens. I inspect the things on the sink. I pick it up with my hand. It's an eerie tooth.
Yoshi.
Level up. 3 spirit, and that topped us off. Looks like she got 3 also. Before I go... So he gets the level up also. That was kind of my concern. I didn't look at the stats to see how they change, but I just noticed he has an obscene number of dexterity with crappy strength and spiritual power. Meanwhile, she has freakish strength, and I've got nothing. also see... Oh, I get it. Never mind. Inspecting the restroom makes me feel nervous since we're dealing with Hanako of the toilet. Let's stay alert so we'll be ready for her whenever she actually shows up. Okay, I'll hold the mop, you grab the plunger. If she has any common sense, she'd leave us alone because... Seriously, who uses a mop and plunger?
Yoshi.
Toilet's been stained with scales, scraps of shredded paper floating inside. Must be why it's clogged. I push the plunger into the toilet bowl, and then I pull it back with all my might. Several large bubbles rush to the water's surface and pop. A gurgling sound immediately accompanies them. The paper scraps have been successfully flushed. The toilet is no longer clogged. Out of the blue, a single piece of paper floats to the top of the water. It's as if the scraps got flushed and then were reassembled into their prior form. I put on the rubber gloves I found earlier and carefully collect the paper. Put eye to work, man. It's a torn notebook page. The ink is running, but it's still legible somehow. June 19th. Now told me her secret. I felt my face turn red and I ran away. What should I do? 27th. I still don't know how to respond to Now. I don't know what to write. I'm bad with words. It's much easier to express myself with piano. And then, July 28th, got called over by Azumi again. Now saved me, though. I'm grateful to her for that. It's been a while since we last talked. July 14th. What was the previous date? Because wasn't it like July 28th or something? I hate the graffiti. I hate the milk. What I hate most is the Hanako of the toilet costume. They took away my uniform and forced me to wear the red skirt. They wouldn't give it back no matter how many times I begged. Izumi laughed at me. What was so funny? The 15th. I want to tell Now about Izumi, and I also want to give a proper response to her feelings, but I didn't have the courage to write her a letter. Maybe I can say what I want if I meet her, so I told her I want to meet her after school. 17th. Now didn't come yesterday. What happened? Second page. Like the paper I found on the first floor. This must be a part of Hanako Kai's diary. So yeah, I think that may be a typo. I think that's supposed to be July 8th, not the 28th, or June 28th, one of the two. Like the paper I found on the first floor, this must be a part of Hanako Kai's diary. Details of her days with Now are also written here. Their relationship seemed to have changed after Now revealed her secret. How can these scraps of paper be in the old building's restrooms, though? They conducted an investigation right after her suicide. Logically speaking, these papers shouldn't be here. Could it be there's a non-human reason? Maybe an entity is trying to show them to me.
Yoshi.
This is a cupboard for cleaning supplies. The cupboard's bare. What was that? An image flashed through my mind, along with the sound of water bursting in a person's voice. It was Horikoshi, face ridged with terror. Mr. Light, what was that sound just now? No clue. Hold on, did you only hear the sound of water? What about the wailing and Horikoshi? I don't know, I only heard the water. I looks visibly confused, seems like they're being honest. Am I the only one getting these visions? I think the water sound came from the hallway. Should we check it out, Mr. Light? Sure. I have a bad feeling about this. Let's hurry and check on that sound.
Yoshi.
I open the cupboard, but there's nothing inside. Also a little disappointed they never did anything with those lockers in the back. Why is there a large puddle on the wooden floor? I find something on the water's surface. Is this a student's handbook? The Konohara Academy insignia is printed on its red cover, and the name Naomi Horikoshi is written on the bottom part of the cover. You may find crucial information from an item's description, so we actually have to manually open it. We'll come back to that. Scribble reads, Hana and Nao's secret key is the promised day. So we don't know what the promised day is just yet. We have to get that third page, I assume. Unless it's right here. Why? A stream of wastewater is flowing. How could there be so much water here? It wasn't here earlier. Naomi Horikoshi is struggling to keep her head above water, thrashing her arms and legs. Something is clinging onto her back. You must be Hana, right? I can finally see you. I'm sorry for that time. Hana. I love you. Yeah. The sewer water starts seeping into her mouth and nose. Soon she won't be able to breathe. Despite that, her lips curve into a smile. The look on her face is so ecstatic, any observer would doubt she's on the verge of death. Hana, do you also? I can't forgive traitors. Oozes and wastewater are hovering in midair, defying gravity. It's the same as it was when Izumi's hand was sliced off. And then... what was that vision? It was so clear as if a projector had been put inside my head. Did that happen here? Was Horikoshi attacked by Hanako in this room? I quickly look around trying to find an answer to no avail. All that's left is this puddle. Neither Hanako nor Horikoshi are here. What's wrong, Mr. Light? I doesn't seem shocked in the least. Guess I'm the only one who has shown that vision. If that's the case, it must be a phenomenon caused by a spirit. He is obsessed with the word phenomenon. But that only explains part of the mystery. Why am I the only one getting these visions? It may be related to something that I recall Yasuoka saying before. People in the Kujo family are blessed with the power to see the unseen. Due to this, members of my family are often possessed by spirits and die a violent death. The blood of the Kujo family is flowing through my veins. I cannot escape this fate, even if I have discarded my former name, Masamune Kujo, and they're missing the I there. I'm guessing the fact that I saw that vision is proof enough. You sure you're okay? You're spacing out super hardcore right now. Oh, it's nothing. Best not to talk about what I saw. It's not something a living being should see. I don't need to weigh down anyone else's heart with this information. I can't let my friend be burdened by the feelings of the dead. It's best if I carry this alone. Let's continue our investigation, Kinda want to find one more of the lost souls, but it might be a little too early. Didn't expect this. Maybe we can find something next time. Well, there's one more left here. Cross your fingers, Several little desks are lined up here. The desks are full of holes and the paint is peeled off. I take a peek in the drawer, though there's nothing inside. I open the cupboard, but there's nothing inside. You had one job, one more room. Okay, you get one more chance.
Mm-hmm.
I opened the cupboard, but there's nothing inside. Seriously? That's the only point of interest in this room. You know what? Let's jump. What's the bag enhancement? I wonder if I can enhance the bag spiritually. Don't know if it'll be useful though. Okay. That. Seriously, game. No. That one's not too bad. That one could be really good. That is by far the best. Where did Horikoshi go? Did she really go to the old building? Okay, cut out the walk back, but we need to go up to the 3rd floor. And I just remembered I need to show that. What's this song? Sounds like a school song. Why is a school song playing in this place? No idea. We have to find out. So the stuff I bought applies to both of them. It's just automatically collected. So I'm figuring the negative damage thing, whatever you want to call it. I went quiet there just to see if the sound was picking up. Should be pretty helpful. And then I'm hoping we can keep these for like future things and rank them up, but that also means like there's probably going to be an achievement for being the game without them.
Yoshi.
And getting them all.
これは これは
Cupboard, bear. Toilet is clogged, but not clogged enough for us to use the plunger. I also kind of want to like do the souls carry over. My face is reflected in the mirror. Is it just me or is there something reflected in the mirror? Me? So this is the room where she died in. Light, don't you feel like you're being watched? I feel like someone's had their eye on us for a while now. I'm sensitive to that kind of thing. So I guess she only senses one set of eyes, or is it just the Depart? Well, the Depart has multiple eyes, so... She's slacking. Hanako the toilet didn't show up, huh? She's secretly observing us from afar? When you put it that way, now I'm getting chills. It's entirely possible we need some sort of trigger item to make her manifest. We still haven't found her missing item either just yet, so that's probably part of the reason she's not here. It's filled with filthy water. Something small at the bottom of the toilet bowl. I pick up a small item. It's an eerie tooth. Ah, now that I think about it. The other item was a bag upgrade, which is just a rate plus 1. So yeah, I'm assuming all these upgrade. Nothing inside.
Yoshi.
There's a lectern at the back of the classroom. You can only see the students' backs this way. What kind of teacher would conduct a class from behind? I don't think any class would be set up like this. You have a point. So I think it is getting louder. The desks are cluttered. I feel like there's something here. The desk's empty. Basically, she's not going to live as a psychic. She'll starve first. I try to open the cupboard, but it's not budging. I don't see a keyhole, but it's not supposed to be locked. Did something get stuck inside? Can I give it a try light? I feel like I'm pretty strong. Go nuts. I grabs the door handle. Hey-ya! Scream at the top of her lungs, I pulls on the door with all her might. Keep in mind, she has the strongest characters. Well, still didn't do it. Sorry, I failed. Maybe the door's been shut because it's so old. Neither I nor I can open up the door with brute force. Maybe a dexterous person could get it open. So I have to go get the other guy. Oh, don't tell me. If that is the case, I am going to flip.
何でも聞いてね。頑張ってね。
Okay, so while I walk, I'll elaborate on my fear. That was an interesting choice of words now that I think about it. So I'm afraid I may need to go back and re-examine everything with this dude in the group, because there may be things that popped up, like other souls or something. I assume the door's gotten crooked over time. Can I give it a try light? I might be able to open it. Diamond grabs the door handle. You need to use the power of finesse for this sort of situation. Is it like this, or this? Diamond grabs the handle and exerts his power at multiple angles. The door finally opens. Just as I expected, feel free to inspect to your heart's content now. Thanks, Diamond. I peer inside the cleaning cupboard. However, there's nothing inside. That was a waste of effort. Wait, now that I look closely, there's something in the corner. I pick it up and dust it off. It's an eerie tooth. Yeah, I'm a little annoyed that some of these could be missable. Trying to listen for a difference, see if I can tell which room she's in. There's a CRT television here. It's a cathode ray tube if you're not old. Screen's dark, I don't hear any sound. I doubt the school song came from here. I open the cupboard, but there's nothing inside. There's a large boombox, a television, and a fluorescent lamp. Now the television or the boombox emit any sound. I doubt the school song came from here. A small boombox is placed on top of the desk. A cassette tape is spinning inside. This must be what's playing the school song. Let's stop it. The song ends once I hit the stop button. Silence fills the air once again. Finally, peace once again. Was that Konohara Academy's school song? You are correct, I quite like it. Especially the chorus, sometimes I play it myself. I'm usually an 8-beat rhythm kind of guy, but lately I've come to appreciate the beauty of calm songs. Oops, wrong time and place to talk about that kind of thing. Anyway, I think I'll grab that boombox. Let's bring it with us. You never change, huh, Light? Just towing along any old thing along with you. What can I say? Pair of kleptos here. Hey, Light. Maybe this seems unrelated, but should we explore the music room in the old building? Sure. Why'd you mention it now, though? Remember the note? I have a feeling the music room was a special place for Akai. I think so, too. She spent her time there practicing the school song and coming up with the lyrics, along with her best friend, Horikoshi. She basically has a deep connection with that place. We may find some clues about her grudge there. What's your call, Light? Makes sense to me. Guess we should check out the music room. After I'm done here. Nothing inside. Why do they keep the cupboard here if they've taken all the cleaning tools out? They should have taken the cupboard too, and then we wouldn't have had to inspect this for nothing. I actually asked myself that too. So yeah, I don't know if the showdown's gonna be in the bathroom or the music room. I have to admit, a fast travel is kind of tempting. I know they probably wanted to use the opportunity to have things jump out at you, it's just... That's something I really appreciate about NG and Deathmark 1 right now. I hear the sound of a piano. That was... the piano in the music room, right? Yeah. Someone is in the music room. Is it Hanako? So we're wondering if he would say anything. Looks like a mannequin. Sitting on the piano stool. Is that our doll? There's a young girl wearing a red dress. Cracks run along her skin like spiderwebs and her eyes are hollow. She's not human. Rather, she's a female doll. I've encountered a doll like this before. That doll had the ability to think and could even speak. Is she like that too? What is this feeling?
No.
Help me. Another vision is projected into my mind. It's a scene taking place in a toilet stall. A female student in a red skirt with suspenders is about to hang herself. She has a rubber hose wrapped around her neck as she stands on top of a bucket. Two students, a boy and a girl, are gleefully spectating. The boy's face seems familiar. It's the now deceased Toshihiko Izumi. Please help, no, let me go. Put more effort into it if you want your uniform back. I'll only give it back if you can perfectly pretend to hang yourself, Hanako, at the toilet. Desperate to not lose her balance, Hanako Akai doesn't even have the ability to answer. If she loses her footing, the hose will strangle her. And those two find her desperation amusing. Hey, Izumi, is this really gonna be okay? We're so fucked if Horikoshi finds out. She's our best friend. Don't worry. I've talked to her. She won't interrupt us anymore. What? Hanako nearly trips herself. She barely manages to hold on. No shit? Well, aren't they like super close? Horikoshi told me herself, you know. She doesn't want anything to do with Hanako anymore. No way. Now, why? Hanako's legs can't stop trembling. That's so hilarious. Hanako's been betrayed by the only person who ever liked her. You're cruel now. I thought you were my friend. Oops, look at the time. Bye, Hanako, we're going home. Clean up the mess for us. Izumi and his female accomplice leave. Hanako is the only one remaining, with the hose still wrapped around her neck. Now, Izumi, everyone. Enough already. Hanako slips off the bucket. Did she do it on purpose? After that... Inside the empty restroom in the old building, the grating sound of the hose that took her life continues to reverberate. You hear, Hana? No, this can't be.
Hana.
Why did you... The vision of death inside my mind is gone, and the doll in red has vanished without me knowing. Was that girl the one who showed me the vision? Doesn't look like anyone's playing the piano. Diamond was acting like usual. Guess I'm the one who saw both that vision and the doll. I feel sick, as if I've chugged down a bunch of booze. Maybe it's because I've learned the deep despair that Hanako Akai felt. But at least now I know what her grudge was when she died. Bullied to death by Izumi and his friend. Betrayed by her best friend, Horikoshi. Hanako at the toilet was born from her strong resentment of them. Her spirit won't disappear as long as there's still malice within her. There must be a key linked to her grudge, one that can free her. I need to find it. Perhaps in the place I saw in the vision earlier. There may be something where she died. So keep in mind the thing we're looking for is her uniform. That's her missing item. Third floor, I think it was. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna give up on this last spirit unless we stumble across it.
Yoshi.
In all seriousness, I'm wondering, like, how many times are we gonna have to travel this? Here we go. Horikoshi's waiting inside the toilet stall. She's looking straight at me, eyes wide open. The only thing that remains is her head. So she really was killed in that vision. Horikoshi was smiling when she passed, an ecstatic smile, as if she'd been set free from her pain and suffering. I can only wonder what kind of pain she'd gone through to be so happy to die. A severed head surrounded by colorful hoses. What an odd juxtaposition. The scene is completely unlike Izumi's. His face was contorted in agony and his corpse was drenched in foul water. Perhaps Hanako was trying to make her best friend's death beautiful, like the flowers at a funeral. What in the world? Screaming, Daimon grabs my shoulder. Even through my coat, I can feel that hand is trembling fiercely. Daimon, let's get out of here. Sure. Just give it a flush before you go. Are you okay? Yeah. I need to catch my breath. Let's get out of this place for now. Right. Daimon's about to pass out. I start to head back toward the hall. What was that voice like? Hanako is coming for us. What's going on? Where's the door handle? Why is the door handle missing, and what is this filthy water on the door? No time for an explanation, we just have to get out. I wedge my fingers through the door gap and try to force open the door. Shit, it's not opening. The sewage water is so slick and slimy that it's preventing me from removing the door. For some reason, the door feels as cold and heavy as a solid block of ice. I won't let you go. That was out of nowhere. Chills run down my spine as I hear the sound of water splattering on the ground. Don't look back. You hear me, Daimon? Let's figure out a plan to get out of here. Is this the part where we probably need ice or strength? I can feel Hanako's presence right behind me. If we stay any longer, we'll end up dead like Izumi and Horikoshi. But how do we get out of here when the door's handle is gone? There's filthy, slippery water everywhere. Execution rate is critical during expensive acts. You buy objects to boost the rate. It's important to have sacred objects if you want to succeed using characters with low execution rate. You obtain sacred objects from certain allies at the infirmary in exchange for lost souls. The success increases if we fail, making it easier to try again. So that's 82 and 82. 57. So, we can team up here. I assume we need to get the water off the door so that the plunger will stick. We both thrust the broken knob against the door. I won't let you go. Why am I getting the shivers? I managed to wipe the water from the door. However, water continues to pour down the door no matter how many times I wipe it away. There's no end to this. This is an ineffective course of action. Looks like this isn't the right choice. So if there's water on the other side, I don't think you should push. You should try to pull maybe with the plunger. Both of us slam the plunger flush against the door. I won't let you go. Please work. Both of us try to open the door by pulling the plunger. The door slams open. Looks like this is the right choice. It's open, let's head out now. Daimon and I escaped the restroom without any trouble. Looks like we've survived. Unfortunately, the same can't be said for Horikoshi, though. I'm sorry, Horikoshi. If only I managed to stop her in the storage room earlier, I might have been able to save her. Regrets well up inside me. Feel my chest tightening. But the night's not over yet. There's still something I have to do. Can you walk, Daimon? I remember how pale Daimon looked when we found Horikoshi's body. They'd be a bad choice to continue the investigation if they're at their limits. Did I worry you? I'm fine. Let's continue the investigation, Light. Daimon. He's obviously shaken, but he's given it his all to get through this case. I decide to believe in Daimon. Just as in Izumi's case, all traces of Horikoshi's death have disappeared. Where did Horikoshi disappear to? Who knows? All we can do is examine what's in front of us. Naomi Horikoshi's head was here.
これは
There's a key with a tag. I grab the key and read the tag. Old building music storage room. So I'm wondering if that's where the last soul is going to be. The door no longer has a handle. I put my fingers through the gap in the door and force it open. It's easy since it's not slimy. Yeah, there's no way this is a single video. Basically, I'm under the impression we're fairly safe since we haven't found the uniform yet. It's locked. The door won't open. Beyond the store is the music equipment storage room. I pull out the key and insert it into the keyhole. The door makes a mechanical sound, the sound of the key unlocking the door.
ここ
There's an old shelf propped against the wall. It's not used anymore and there's nothing inside. Oh. Don't you see something glowing in the space between the shelf and the wall? Hearing that, I direct my flashlight towards that gap. I can see something small there indeed. What is it? I reach out my hand and try to pick it up. But the gap is too narrow for my arm to fit. I can't reach it. Can't reach it. That means I probably can't reach it either. Our only option is to move the shelf. I try to move the shelf with Daimon's help. But he's not strong enough. How can this thing be so heavy when it's not even holding anything? I don't get it. Perhaps the shelf is held down with supernatural power. In any case, neither Daimon and I are able to collect the object in the gap. Someone with a more slender arm. Okay, we're loading back into the room. Well, the building, I mean. I did get a jump scare of sorts on my way out that I didn't get to record. It just said, find it, end it in red. Almost as if it's supposed to be blood or something. It's a deteriorated cardboard box. There's a school bag inside. According to the name tag, it's Horikoshi's. Inside the bag is a girl's school uniform and a green ribbon, the one worn by second years. It's not Horikoshi's size, though. I try checking the pockets just to be thorough, but I don't find anything. Are we bringing this with us? It looks like a standard uniform. Do we actually have it?
Yoshi.
Something's stuck in the gap. I think my hand could fit just fine. Can you reach it, Ai? Sure, why not? Ai bends over and puts her hand into the gap. Just a little bit more. Got it. Here you go. Jeez, I really wanted to avoid touching it with my bare hand if I could. Number 8. What she gives me is an eerie tooth. New page added to everyone's entry, including Naomi and Toshi, whatever his name was. So, we'll make the trip one more time.
Nanika 必要?
Found them all.
頑張ってね.
See, I don't know how hard they're going to be going forward. It says we're in the final. So yeah, I'm just going to show the footage because there's always a chance of a jump scare or something. Although at this point, with it winding down, you know. So I think we got a total of 3 of them. A number of viola music scores are stored inside the cardboard box. The scores are warped due to the humidity and full of holes. It looks horrible. What a shame.
これは
A large brass instrument, probably a tuba, is on the floor. Everywhere else is dusty, but not this tuba. I wonder why. I just wanted to punch it, to be honest with you. Upon closer inspection, there are visible handprints on it. Someone must have picked this up recently. Now I'm curious. Alright, I'm gonna lift this thing up. Check what's underneath the eye. Leave it to me. Just use the broom or mop and knock the sucker over. Heave-ho. Tuba's not... Okay, maybe there's something special about it. The tuba is heavier than I thought. I feel my back strain because I started lifting without bracing myself. How on earth do teenagers lug this around and play it at the same time? Please don't strain yourself. Too late. I dropped the tuba once I finished taking a look. I found this underneath, Mr. Light. Who hid this? I hands me a locked diary. Wonder what's written inside. Let's inspect it. The diary has a combination lock. Looks like we need to enter the correct 3-digit code to unlock the diary. Enter the code. Okay, so I just went down the line and did all the codes. It's 526. It's unlocked now. Time to open the diary and see what we can learn. The penmanship on some of the pages leaves a bit to be desired. Looks like the events of the last few months are covered here. Where should I start reading? So right there, the 526 stage is about the lyrics. I guess that's supposed to be the key. I don't know if that's like a play on words of the melody, maybe? Like G key or F key or something. May 1st, I found a good spot. The old building's music room. It's not used anymore, but there's a piano inside. Hana should be able to play there. This will be our meeting spot. May 16th. Hana decided to enter the competition and perform the school song. I bet she found the courage to put herself up to it because she loves the piano so much. You can do it, Hana. May 26th. Our school song has a nice melody, but the lyrics suck. When I mentioned it to Hana, she said I should come up with new lyrics. Guess I'll give it a try. It can be our song. June 3rd. Hana got chosen to be the accompanist. Congrats. Now I gotta come up with the lyrics. June 10th. I keep thinking about Hana when I'm not doing anything. Being with her is just so much fun. I just feel bliss. Is it because we're friends? Maybe it's more than that. June 18th. My head is filled with Hana. I can't even think about anything else. I can't bear it any longer. I'm gonna tell Hana my feelings tomorrow. I hope she feels the same. June 19th. I confessed to Hana in the music room. She was shocked. Then she ran away looking like she was about to cry. I was left all by myself. June 25th. Hana didn't come to the music room again. What if she told other people about what happened that day? I don't want to think about it. July 1st. Looks like Izumi's been bullying Hana since she was chosen to be the accompanist for the recital. How dare he lay a hand on her? July 7th. This is unforgivable. I have warned Izumi. Despite what happened between us, I still love Hana. July 11th. Izumi called me. He discovered my feelings for Hana after he stole her notebook. He told me not to say anything else or he'd reveal my secret to everyone. I wanted to hit him so bad, but I couldn't. Both of us are the worst. July 18th. Hana's dead. She hung herself in the old building. They forced her to take off her uniform and put on some weird outfit. If only I stopped Izumi. I'm sorry, Hana. September 19th. I heard the rumors about Hanako over the toilet. They say I can meet Hana if I scribble some graffiti in the old building's restroom. I want to meet Hana again, even if she is a ghost. I want her to hear the lyrics I promised her I'd write. September 22nd. I snuck into the old building and wrote some stuff, but Hana didn't show up. September 26th. I snuck into the old building and wrote some graffiti again. Hana still didn't show up. September 29th. Hana's spirit apparently keeps saying, give it back. I know what she's looking for. Maybe I can finally meet her if I give it to her. I'll go to Hana's house tomorrow and borrow it. September 30th. If I do meet Hana, first of all, I want to apologize to her. Then I'm going to ask her to respond to my confession. What did she think of me? She probably hated me, but still, I have to know. A folded note is tucked between the pages. These should be the lyrics. I unfolded to reveal some lyrics. The title of the song is Hanao Song. It's a song about the future and friendship. Having read the diary, I'm convinced this is Horikoshi's. Horikoshi went to the old building to meet Hanako at the toilet. She wanted to give something to her. We know what that item is. All that's left to do is find it.
これは
It's a deteriorated cardboard box. Inside is a uniform. Didn't Horikoshi mention in her diary that Hana was looking for something? I have a feeling it's this uniform. A highly probable conclusion indeed. Horikoshi noted in the September section of her diary that she borrowed something from Akai's parents. If that something was Hanako's uniform, everything makes sense. Horikoshi must have figured out that Hanako wanted her uniform back. She probably brought the uniform with her to draw out Hanako, except she was being targeted. Horikoshi was killed before she could give the uniform back. Why'd she leave it here, though? I wonder what Horikoshi did in the time she was out of our sights. Horikoshi must have sneaked into the old building and entered the music equipment storage room. She probably waited there reminiscing on her days with Hanako until nightfall. At some point during that time, she hid her diary under the tuba. I can't know for certain why she hid it. My guess is she wanted anyone who came investigating Hanako's case to find it if she didn't make it back. Eventually, Horikoshi left the storage room. Considering where she left her bag with the uniform in it, she must have left it there without thinking. Perhaps she heard Hanako call her name. And when she left the storage room, she finally met the person she'd been looking for, Hanako. And then Horikoshi. When drowny. Hanako's uniform. Horikoshi left this behind. This is likely the thing that Hanako was searching for, which may mean carrying it could make us Hanako's target. In that case, we shouldn't pick this up without giving it some serious thought. Are we really going to bring it along? So, I don't know if there's a exercise or destroy option. I'll have to look at the Steam achievements and see. Obtain Hanako's uniform. So I assume she's waiting for us outside this room. The sound of a bell suddenly echoes in my mind. Chills run down my spine. Does the mark dark? Oh, she's right there. Departed, that is. Before I can react, the departed is standing before us. Ai recoils next to me. My dear husband. That unpleasant voice fills every corner of my mind, once more dragging my consciousness into a dismal, suffocating swamp. Hanako's grudge killed Model. You are next. She is already here. Should you survive, you will become my real husband. I try and listen to what they say while suppressing my chills and nausea. Hanako's grudge killed Model. You are next. She is already here. Should you survive, you will become my real husband. The departed's presence abruptly vanishes. Ai turns to me, their entire body tense as a bowstring. I'll never get used to that no matter how many times I see them. Whenever they look at me, I feel cold and my legs just start shaking. You're right. Did the departed have something to say, Mr. Light? Yeah. I tell Ai what the departed said. You're next. She's already here. You gotta be kidding me. Hanako is here? Ai glances at the entrance. Her face contorts into an expression of shock and fear. We're both thinking the same thing. Does that mean we're trapped here? Our time's running out. What should we do to survive? So, notice for Model we already saw. Horikoshi was murdered by Hanako, just as the notice said. Maybe the only way to close this case is to face Hanako myself. I need to find out what she meant by give it back. My foe is a spirit, so she'll try to kill me. Is there any way to fight her? Maybe she did something she hated in her previous life? What is the key to saving Hanako's soul? Seems to have been a misunderstanding between Hanako and Horikoshi. What can I do to clear that up in a way that Hanako would definitely understand? I'll have to put the departed to the side for now and focus on Hanako. Here we go. But the eerie sound of water is echoing after us. Blue left the room. Do you think that sound just now is? Yeah, I heard it. Let's get out of here. Guess we've got no choice. That's Hanako. What should we do? The Hanako I see before me is a spirit that kills people. My instinct and common sense tell me that we need to run as far away from her as possible immediately. However, I didn't come to the school just to run. I need to stand and confront Hanako so I can start to get to the bottom of this case. Give back uniform. Hanako fires at me at an incredible speed that grazes my torso. Jerk. What was that? I touched my torso to find a part of my coat is now torn and wet. What was that thing just now? Was that thing just now water? Yeah, but it's not your everyday water. At this speed, it's as sharp as a blade. If she's seriously attacking us, we've got no choice of getting away. No chance of getting away. Damage from spirits. They'll attack you from time to time and cause spirit damage. Level up, increase your maximum spirit, buy sacred objects, and prepare yourself to withstand the damage. You can obtain sacred objects from certain allies at the infirmary. They've told us that numerous times now. I think that's the third time. Is directing her anger at us. I give her the uniform. I throws Hanako's uniform towards her. The uniform eventually falls on the floor. Lost the uniform. That's my uniform. Looks like this is the right choice. Hanako takes a few steps closer to check whether or not it's her uniform. It really is my uniform. Hanako stares at her uniform on the floor. You stole it. Unforgivable. Well, at least we split the damage there. Hanako launches the flurry of strikes with her water blade. Hanako is filled with fury and rage. We're going to be killed at this rate. Yeah, I know. If we can't calm her down, we have to attack her to survive. I sings Horikoshi's promised lyrics to Hanako. I'm not really good at acapella though. Shut up, shut up, shut up! Hanako's water blade grazes Aya's torso. Hanako's too angry to grasp the lyrics. I need to come up with a different way. Not the right choice. haven't used the mop, have we?
これでどうだ。
わかりました。
We thrust it towards Hanako's face. And the tip of the mop touches Hanako's face. I don't think it did anything. Fuck, did we fail? I hate milk. Hanako looks pained when the smell of milk comes from the mop. Hanako Akai used to hate milk, and it looks like that deep-rooted trauma still exists. Looks like this is the right choice. Her bloodlust instantly disappears. Help me now. Hanako staggers to her side, begging for help. Now, where are you? I'm lonely here, now. Did she say she's lonely? What are you on about? You killed Horikoshi. I killed? Now? No way, no way, no way. I didn't kill her. Impossible. Looks like Hanako doesn't remember killing Horikoshi. Promise with now. Where's our promise song now? She must be referring to the lyrics, as long as we can convey the feelings that Horikoshi poured into these lyrics. Luckily for us, there's a piano here. I should be able to pull this off with Ai's help.
Yoshi.
わかりました。
I ask Ai to play the piano while I sing the promised lyrics. I'm so nervous my fingers are. Don't worry about it. Keep calm. Try again. Promise with now. Where's our promise song now? Well, at least she isn't swinging at us right now.
やってみるか。
わかりました。
I ask Ai to play the piano. Ai starts playing the school song we heard on the radio cassette player. It's all going to be fine. I kind of remember how the melody goes, so I should be able to sing it. The most crucial part is figuring out when I should start singing. I check the lyrics one last time while waiting for the right timing.
真っ白な未来への扉探しに行こう。約束の赤い花もう一度描くよ。胸の中にしまう秘密の鍵に願いのせ。今でも心に響くよ。隣で奏でる笑顔。
So this may be the Masamune Sings video. With the melody playing in the background, I start to sing along. These lyrics are filled with Horikoshi's pure feelings for Hanako. I can feel them too. Are these feelings platonic or... That song. Is it you now? Hanako is listening. Horikoshi kept her promise with you. You're not alone. I sing the song until the end, and Hanako of the toilet listens until the very last note. Looks like this is the right choice. Thank you now for keeping our promise. I truly appreciate it. Hanako's presence is gone. Looks like it's over. It seems so. Horikoshi turned her back on Hanako in a moment of cowardice. It was a moment that Hanako was unable to forgive. However, that didn't break their bonds. In the end, Horikoshi's melody proved to be Hanako's salvation. What is this feeling? Someone's watching me. Who? What was that? I feel like I glimpsed Hanako for a moment. But there's just no way. She should have passed on. Did you see that eye? See what? I didn't see anything. Was it only my imagination, or was it something that only I could see again? Never mind. Let's just assume I was imagining things. We definitely pacified Hanako's spirit. She should have reached salvation. Let's get going, Mr. Light. We've got to let Daimon and Moe know. Yeah. There's something on the floor. Looks like a page from a notebook. Dear Now, I'm sorry for running away the other day. I was so surprised when you confessed to me. I'm sorry for the late response. I've been thinking about it ever since the day you confessed. I didn't know what to say. I knew I had to give you a sincere answer since your feelings for me are also genuine. And well, I finally found my answer. I love Now. I don't know if the love I feel is the same as yours, though, so I want to confirm it with you. It'd be great if it was the same. I hope our relationship will last forever, my dear Now. Third page. This is the draft of the letter Hanako Akai was writing to Naomi Horikoshi. She probably hadn't been able to finish it. If only she could have conveyed these feelings of hers, their fate could have been different. But in that case, there may be something more we can do for Hanako. In the place we last saw her, I think we can help Hanako deliver her feelings. Horikoshi's feelings should have reached Hanako through the song she wrote for her. However, the bullying ruined everything before they could communicate. Thinking she'd been abandoned by her best friend, Hanako's feelings turned into hatred and she killed Horikoshi. At least Horikoshi died with a smile. As much as I want to believe I saved Hanako, there's still some lingering anxiety. Why did she appear briefly after our showdown? In the notebook page she left behind, there was a reply to Horikoshi's confession. I wish there was something I could do to deliver it to the now deceased Horikoshi. So, I don't know if we actually have to deliver this to end it, or if you could get like a bad ending for bailing. I think it was the third floor. Naomi Horikoshi's head was here. We may be able to convey Hanako's feelings to her since this is where we saw Horikoshi last. I take out the letter, and then I read Hanako's reply aloud. I'm well aware this is likely nothing more than a self-serving act to tie up loose ends in my mind. But still, I don't want to lose my respect and compassion for the dead. Hanako and Horikoshi deserve this much. I hope it reaches Horikoshi. Let's believe they will. The sound of a bell echoes in my ears. I quickly spin to face I. What happened? I looks at me with concern. Seems like that sound was only meant for my ears. I wait for a while, still on guard, yet nothing strange occurs. What on earth was that about? So I actually want to walk outside. In case you're wondering, yes, I'm still fishing for jump scares. Although at this point, it's probably done. maybe? Please? Okay, game, you're killing me here. Not in the same sense as Horikoshi, but it's close. In case you're wondering, I'm still running, hoping something jumps out. It was a futile prayer, I'm afraid. To the infirmary. And with this, our investigation into Hanako the toilet comes to an end. Time to tell the other two what happened. Available lost souls in each chapter. Can only be found in that chapter and not other chapters. So we know about talking to Moe for that. Since they don't specify the character, you can probably buy him from the old bag herself. They reveal what happened with Hanako to Daimon and Moe. Oh, in the end, we couldn't protect Horikoshi. I understand your feelings, but don't be too upset about it, okay? Saving someone is no easy task. Me and my fellow doctors have a lot of similar regrets. Daimon. There's something I always tell myself whenever something like this happens. You might have failed this time, but you're still needed. Your next patient will survive. In the end, we're just feeble humans. That is the only way we push forward with our lives. Daimon fixes his eyes on me, looking mournful. He must have witnessed an enormous number of lives saved, but he's also witnessed countless deaths. There's no doubt that he's gone through many more traumatic situations than I have. Do I really have the strength and resilience to match his? Oops, that's my phone. I'll be answering this. I leaves the infirmary. Hey, mister? Even though Hanako has disappeared, this case is still far from over, yes? True, because we still have the departed. They said if you survive, you'll become my real husband. They seem to be testing me with their notices. Oh, a dangerous spirit has a crush on you. Do you think they'll give up if you refuse to deal with them? That's a disaster in the making. The departed's obsessed with light, so if he chooses to ignore them, who knows what a jilted spirit would do? They may take even more drastic measures to get his attention. Right. So then all we can do is find the departed that's lurking in this school. Yep, seems our only option is to proceed with the investigation so we don't end up provoking them. I mean, they're trying to show off by hiding in the school. They want to be found. Maybe they want their dear husband to find them. How are we supposed to look for them, though? Seriously? You think we can find them among the students and teachers? That's a lot of people. We have no way to find the departed. We're still lacking information. We have no choice but to deal with their notices until we gather more clues about their identity. It's frustrating indeed. See, I'm a little torn on the exorcism now that I really think about it. I'll go into more detail at the end here. I wonder what happened to Ai. She's been gone a long time. Maybe a little bit more positive. You may be overreacting, though I won't deny there's a possibility that something's wrong. Let's look for her light. Daimon and I search around the special and new buildings but come up empty. Daimon also tries calling Ai with his phone, but she doesn't pick up. Where did she go? There's only the old building left to search, but she can't be there, right? Give me a clue. I don't want to search these rooms one by one. The bell again. My dear husband. The departed's voice. This bride of yours shall soon eat. Hanako's soul is the one that has achieved complete salvation. I shall hope it will taste good. This bride of yours shall soon eat. Hanako's soul is the one that has achieved complete salvation. I shall hope it will taste good. Should her soul taste awful, I shall eat the scapegoat's soul instead. And that scapegoat is... idol. Hold on. What are they saying? The scapegoat is an idol. Come to me, your dear bride. I hear the sound of a door opening from the girls' restroom. Why did you stop all of a sudden? The voice. I heard the departed's voice. I tell Daimon what the departed said. What in the world? Kashiwagi's been captured? We still don't know for sure yet. They mentioned something about Hanako's soul having achieved complete salvation. So clearly what they desire is a soul that has attained full salvation. Ai's life will be spared if they can get that. What exactly is full salvation, though? And why are they targeting Kashiwagi? Why would a spirit devour another spirit? Why? I can only remain silent. I have no idea what a spirit like this is thinking. I don't have time to ruminate anyway. I need to hurry and find Ai. On the other side of this door, the departed awaits. So yeah, my line of thinking is if you don't read the letter, maybe it's a bad soul and then Scapegoat gets it. But we'll test that in a second. I hear a sound coming from the back of the restroom. It's pitch black. The noise is vivid, discomfiting? I think it's supposed to be discomforting and unpleasant. Sounds like someone is eating something. In the back. There's something in the back. I point my flashlight toward the back of the room. The light reflects off of something in the darkness, and that is... a gruesome scene that transcends human comprehension. A spirit is devouring another spirit. The one being devoured is Hanako of the toilet, and doing the devouring is the departed. The departed cuts Hanako's body with a sickle. They then bring the piece of meat to one of their neighbors' mouths and munch on it. They tear Hanako open over and over again. The departed lets out a laugh. I am trying to attack as they continue to cut and chew on Hanako's meat. They're flaunting this repulsive action, insulting the soul. Daimon is utterly speechless, as am I. My mouth refuses to open. It's a struggle to even breathe. Hanako was pure and delicious. I will save my next meal for another night, since I am now full. Hanako was pure and delicious. I must eat a lot, so I can become beautiful and be loved. Hanako's soul was delicious. Does that mean the departed got to eat a soul with full salvation as they wanted? Both the departed and Hanako were swallowed into the darkness and disappear. Don't tell me. Yeah, it was the departed. That was the sound of a piano. The music room. Don't tell me Kashiwagi is... When we enter the pitch-black room, we can tell there's someone standing in the darkness. And that someone is I. She's simply gazing into the empty void. Her mind is obviously somewhere else. Ai, get a hold of yourself. Mr. Light. Ai has come back to her senses. Are you alright? Are you hurt anywhere? I'm okay. She's showing signs of cyanosis, but nothing too serious. Cyanosis is bluing of the skin, if you didn't know. What happened, Kashwagi? I have no idea. I stepped out to the infirmary to answer the call, but they immediately hung up. I was about to go back in when I saw someone. Was it the departed? No. They looked like a human to me. I recall what Izumi said last night. The departed is pretending to be a human. So they really are hiding in the school. Who was it, I remained silent, her gaze fixed on the ceiling. She must be digging through her memory. I can't remember anything. I can't recall anything about their face or clothes. It feels like something is clouding my mind. I'm sorry. You can't even tell us if they're a girl or a boy. Yeah. When I tried to approach them, everything just went dark. And I can't remember a thing after that. I don't even know how I got here. Okay. As much as I want to find out who the departed is, it seems that things are not progressing as smoothly as I thought. I can't even really blame Ai. For now, I'm just glad she's safe and sound. Hey, Light? Kashiwagi's safe. That means the departed's desire to consume a soul that achieved full salvation has been granted. Yeah, true. I wonder what exactly full salvation means. Who knows? The departed only told us the result without providing any further explanation. Although we have a clue. When we read that draft in the girls' restroom, I heard a bell ring inside my head. This is just a hunch, but maybe that was the indication that we guided Hanako to full salvation. There isn't anything else we can do here at the moment. Closing the door behind me, I leave the school with the mark bearers. I'll inform Mr. Konoe about Horikoshi. He's close with the cops in the city. I'm sure he'll do something about it. The headmaster here sure is something else, huh? Seems like someone from the underworld. He's a dependable fellow, though. Without him, we would have been questioned by the cops. Do you think they'd accept an explanation that involves spirits? We'd just be rotting in jail. Especially considering that someone's literally dead. I'm sorry, Horikoshi. Hey, there's something I'm curious about. You think they targeted Ai out of jealousy? Jealousy? Doesn't the departed think of you as their husband? Wouldn't that make Ai a formidable rival? She's an idol after all. Maybe that's why the departed targeted her. Given their unusual obsession with me, I can't deny that. But there's nothing we can use to confirm or deny that speculation. We're dealing with a spirit here, and a very unusual one at that. Say, Mr. Light, do you plan to keep chasing after the departed? I'm the one being chased. I guess so, yeah. They seem to be freakishly obsessed with you, calling you dear husband and all that. But this is strange. Why you? There's a lot of men out there. I have no idea either. There's gotta be some kind of reason for their obsession. I'm thinking that might be our best lead to identifying who the departed is. The departed's true identity. This case will never end unless I figure that out. My gut's telling me that's what the departed wants as well. And that's the end of Chapter 2, Hanako of the Toilet. Other than some special objects, all items you acquire disappear at the end of the chapter, so I assume that's like the mop and stuff they're referring to. So I'm going to create a separate save so I can go back and try to botch it and see what happens. But, yeah, that is where I'm going to call it quits, folks. This will probably end up being 3 separate videos because of the beginning, middle, and end. And then, like I said, I'll try to find out what happens when you botch it. And I'm assuming it doesn't matter, like, no matter what, it's going to be I who... how do I put it? I will be the one that pays the price, we'll put it that way. I figured Daimo's a little too important to the story. Ai is probably expendable. We may not see her until the finale at this point. But the important thing is Moe got through the second chapter, but her first appearance here, keeping her clothes on this time. So that's an achievement for her. But otherwise, I am going to call it quits. When we pick up next time, we'll be moving into the third chapter, or the bad ending of chapter 2, whichever way you want to look at it. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.